Hi guys, I'm really excited about this brand new series that I put together that is called Motivational Mondays. It's where I'm going to share some stories with you of things that I've read online that have been really inspiring to me and can probably really brighten your day. So I wanted to start off today by reading a story that's a life lesson. So I'm going to start off here. This is a very important life lesson that a philosophy teacher taught his students. The teacher cleared off his desk and placed on top of it a few items. One of the items was an empty mason jar. He proceeded to fill up the jar with golf balls until he could fit no more. He looked at the classroom and asked his questions if they agreed that the jar is full. Every student agreed that the jar was indeed full. The teacher then picked up a box of small pebbles and poured them into the jar with the golf balls. The pebbles filled all of the openings in between the golf balls. Filled all the openings in between the golf balls. He asked the students if the jar was full. Once again, they agreed. Now the teacher picked up a bag of sand and poured it into the mason jar. The sand filled in all of the empty space left between the golf balls and pebbles. He asked the class again if the jar was full. The students agreed it was technically full. Finally, the teacher pulled out 2 beers from under his desk and poured both of them into a jar, filling the empty space between the sand. Now the students began to laugh, wondering how far this was going. The teacher waited until the laughter stopped. I want you to recognize that this jar represents your life. He started. The golf balls represent the important things: your family, children, health, friends, and passions. If everything else was lost and only they remained, your life would still be full. The pebbles represent the other things in life that matter, such as your job, house, and car. The sand, that is everything else, the small stuff. If you put the sand in first, there is no room for the pebbles or golf balls. The same goes for life. If you spend all of your time and energy on the small stuff, you will never have room for the things that are most important. Pay attention to the important things in your life. Enjoy your time with your family. Go to dinner with your spouse. Play games with your kids. There will always be time to clean the house or take yourself shopping. Take care of the golf balls first. The things that really matter. The rest is just sand. You are dismissed. Before the students left, one shouted out, "You never mentioned what the beer represents." The professor smiled and said, "Well, I'm glad you asked. The beer just shows you that no matter how full your life may seem, there's always room to have a beer with a friend." I hope that you really enjoyed this message today. Without those golf balls in the jar, and if you were to try and put anything else in there and you didn't have those first, nothing else would fit in the jar. So it's really important to take care of your friends and your family. And I hope you got some real good value out of this message. Please comment below. I would love to hear your stories. And I'm also looking for more inspirational stories to share that it's about 3 or 4 paragraphs long. So please email me at movingmotivationalmondays@gmail.com. I'd love to hear your stories, and thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm excited to share with you next week what we have going on. These stories are all going to be very inspiring, very moving, and can really help you in your life. Thanks so much, guys, for taking a listen to this video, and I hope it moved you in your life and helps you to realize how important it is to spend that quality time with your family and your friends. And I look forward to talking to you next week to share another inspirational story. So thanks again, and please comment below, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and we'll see you next week.